favorite recipe, bar none, cheesecake. So today I'm going to be making a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. I love cheesecake, so delicious. To make this recipe, you're going to need a 9-inch springform pan. Now what exactly does that mean if you're not familiar? I wasn't. I had to ask my mom for some help on this. It's where the sides can come out. You got the ring, you got the bottom. It's got a hinge to open it up. This allows you to bake the cheesecake and then take off the side when you're done. So you need a 9-inch springform pan. The first thing we're going to do is make the crust. First thing you're going to want to do before you start anything is set out 3 packages of cream cheese, because you're going to want them to soften. And of course you need cream cheese for cheesecake. To make the crust, you're going to need 1 cup of crushed up cookie crumbs. I used Oreo cookies. I left out the cream. Then you mix in 3 tablespoons of white sugar. And then you melt in 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/4 a cup. Then you mix all this together. And press it into the bottom of your pan. Well, it smells great, I'll tell you that. At this point, I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to need a little bit more crushed up cookies for mine. There you go, looks pretty good. I crushed up mine into kind of bigger chunks. I think it'd be a good idea to go into finer powder for the crust. But either way, it tastes delicious. Next, you need to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. Then you're going to want to get a pan, put it on low heat, or in between low and medium low. Then you're going to want to add 1/2 cup of half and half cream, 2 cups of white chocolate chips, which is 1 12-ounce bag. To prevent this from burning, you're going to want to stir this constantly as it heats up. At this point, it is starting to come together. It's starting to get clumpy and starting to melt, become one giant mass. Turn your heat up if needed, but give your pan time to heat up. I'm at a medium low right now, and it's starting to come together. I might turn it up to medium in a second. At this point, all the little chips are starting to melt and come together. Looks pretty good. At this point, I'm going to turn the heat down to a low and just let it sit while I continue on to the next step, now that it's mixed together pretty well. Make sure you get all the little clumps off the bottom. For this next step, you got to put in your 3 packages of thawed cream cheese. Got to mix it in with your 1/2 cup of sugar. Beat them together. Now that they've all mixed together well, we can beat in our eggs, one at a time. I'm going to crack my eggs in a different container so that I don't get any shells in that. There's one. Mix in another egg. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now we can add our melted white chocolate in half to the rest of this. All right. If you want to lick the batter here to see how it tastes, I recommend it. Now take half of your batter and pour it over your crust. At this point, take 3 tablespoons of raspberry jam, and plop them on top of the cheesecake. Then you can spread them out using a spoon. It'd also be a good idea to melt the 3 tablespoons, which I just discovered now. This is going to create the middle layer once I spread it out better. Kind of did a crappy job swirling it, but I'm going more for taste. Now you can pour the rest of the batter over it. Now smooth this out some. and then you can add your 3 tablespoons of jelly again and make a design on the top. I'm going to go for a swirl pattern. Kind of give it a marbled effect, but I've never done this before, so... Oh, it's fun. Kind of doing a crappy job, but I cook for taste. Now I'm going to bake this for 55 to 60 minutes or until the filling is set. Nice and solid. After it's baked for about 55 or 60 minutes, the recipe I used, one of the reviews said to let it sit in the oven for a little bit. So I did. There you go. Looks decent. If you beat it a little more, it will help it not sink a little in the middle. Mine sunk a little. Mine looks a little brown on the edges, but I know it's going to taste great. Now you need to store it in the fridge for 8 hours. Let it cool off and harden.